going on, y'all? James back here. Long overdue kind of Vegas wrap-up video, I guess. What is today? The 16th? So I've been back in Raleigh for, what, 9 days? 8 or 9 days now? Something like that. Anyways, just kind of final thoughts and kind of putting a bow on it from the Road to Vegas series. I think overall, I cannot be upset with the week. Obviously, there was kind of a bit of a roller coaster day to day while I was there. And that's just, I probably rode the roller coaster a little too much emotionally, if I'm being honest. But at the same time, it overall was a very solid week of bowling. Putting up the 7.0, was 7.02 in team event, that was huge. Honestly, that 3 games was kind of confirmation that I'm on the right path more than anything else. The TAT was obviously very, very difficult. Aside from that one set on Wednesday where I shot 650, I never really put anything together. But you know, I was talking with someone in Luke Rosedal's Discord about this last week. Was the idea that getting your teeth kicked in and being humbled is not very fun, and I think you can definitely see that even day to day in some of the updates I had for Vegas. But at the same time, it's needed, and it's a part of growing. And overall, like, I never gave up all week. Even when I did have some really down games, I was always fighting to try and find something and build on for the next block or whatever was coming next. And yeah, it's also been a very interesting journey, and I'll be putting out some more content about this in the coming weeks. But it also kind of helped, ironically enough, distill down, but also ask even more questions about how to manage ball motion, especially in tougher environments, and managing pair-to-pair ball motion. And so I've been drilling up some other stuff that will kind of help with that, and so far it is helping with that. I don't have any footage to show you guys right now, but that is coming soon. And yeah, it should be. I'm still learning, and I'm still growing every time I hit the lanes, and I think that is a very good thing. And it's just a matter of kind of, you let me in? All right, I think we're good. It's a matter of kind of keeping that perspective of I'm not going to have the answers every single time I bowl, but there's always something to be getting better at. You know, even guys that are out on the PBA tour, which I most definitely am not, they're learning stuff every time they hit the lanes. And that's like, you know, there will be the short-term frustrations. I mean, I threw it absolutely horrendous on Wednesday night and was pretty discouraged from that. But then I went back, figured out a couple of things I needed to work on, and then actually shot, what was it, 689 last night, I think, subbing on Kegel Route 66, which is a 45-foot 4-to-1 sport pattern. So that felt pretty good to pop that off. But that's just kind of another illustration of, like, there will be days where you just don't got it, and that's just bowling for you. It's not fun, but it is what it is. So yeah, I've definitely been working hard, still, you know, trying to get better at really rolling the ball and, you know, creating more controlled ball shapes, both through physical tricks and through the equipment choices I'm making. Simply because I'm almost at a point now where I'd rather get strike 9 spare than 4 or 5 in a row and follow out with a split 6-3 because transition hit that I didn't see coming. That's kind of, bowling is a little bit about trade-offs, but it's about comfort as much as anything else. And I'd almost rather hit the pocket first and deal with the consequences after, rather than know that if I hit pocket, I'm going to strike, but if I miss the pocket, then I'm shooting at a design and shooting at a circled number, which is not very fun. So yeah, I'm actually I'm on the road right now, headed from Raleigh up to Henderson. Up before the first frame, they're running a sweeper tonight, a 4-game sweeper. Then there is a 5-man 1080 cap team tournament this weekend. Qualifying is tomorrow. It's just 4 games of qualifying. It's a 12-lane center, so it's not a very big house. So they've got 2 qualifying squads, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. I think, so 12 teams advance to Sunday. Saturday is just 4 games of regular team bowling. And then I think it's like the top 2 or 3 from each squad automatically advance to Sunday, along with and then they fill up to a full house from there based on total team pinfall from the day. So it's a pretty cool format. And then Sunday is just 12 games of round robin Baker. So that should be really fun to bowl on as well. I haven't done Baker bowling like this in a long time, so that should be a really good time. And I've got a really solid team that I'm bowling with this weekend. So some friends that I've been having a lot of fun with recently, and then a couple of lefties as well that should absolutely murder it in there. So excited to kind of take this new stuff out and put it to the test this weekend. Yeah, hopefully traffic isn't too bad. It's obviously rush hour going through, driving right by the airport, so it could be a lot better, but it could be a lot worse at the same time. So anyways, I guess just to kind of put a bow on it, is like, yeah, it wasn't the greatest of weeks, but I learned a lot and I had fun out in Vegas. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, and that's kind of what I had to remind myself about throughout the week was, you know, were there some bad days in there? Sure. There were bad days where I got to go bowling a lot, and that's something I love doing. And so it's just kind of, it's about kind of remembering to kind of keep that, keep the joy in it, so to speak, where in the moment it might be frustrating, but at the end of the day, it's like, I have a hobby that's a lot of fun that I'm getting better at day to day. Yes, I know there's a car there, shut up. You know, I'm getting better at it every time I go out, and I have fun, and I'm able to make a little bit of money on the side while I'm doing it. And honestly, I can't ask for a whole lot more than that, if I'm being completely honest. So just kind of, I think perspective is one of the biggest things I learned from the whole week, honestly, is there will be days where, or even weeks where it's just not clicking and it doesn't happen, but there are other weeks where it will, and just kind of trust the process, keep building, keep growing, and the good weeks will outnumber the bad weeks. And that's kind of how it is sometimes. So it's a little more pragmatic and not disassociated. I can't think of the right word, but like detached. That's the word. It's a little more of a kind of emotionally detached feeling almost. It's like you still want to be giving it your all every single shot, but trying to kind of minimize the lows a little bit more, if that makes sense, from an emotional perspective. So anywho, yeah, so today I'm recording this on Friday the 16th. So this weekend I'm bowling in Henderson. I might stream qualifying tomorrow on my channel. I am honestly not sure. Cell reception is not the greatest in this building, so I'm not sure how well that would work anyways. Next weekend, I actually am fortunate enough to be back in the position of challenging for the UBA Southeast Heavyweight Championship. So that's the championship belt that I held from November 2019 through this past December, I believe. Ended up unfortunately dropping that to a good friend of mine who now holds the World Championship belt. But I get to bowl for the Southeast belt at the end of this month down in Aberdeen, North Carolina, which is about an hour south. So that should be fun. And then the weekend after that, flying back out to Kansas City, bowling a couple of the Greater Kansas City tournaments that Dave Waswo and Mike Adamski run. Actually bowling down at Casey Murphy's home center, Enterprise Park Lanes in Springfield, Missouri. So not quite Kansas City area, but close-ish. Get to bowl doubles with John Hawes, which should be a whole lot of fun. I'll drop a link to his channel in the description. And get to hang out with Luke and Angel all week as well. So that should be a really good time. I've never been to Springfield before. Heard there's some really good food down there. I mean, obviously, like Midwest barbecue, say no more. I'm in. So that should be a really fun time. So anyways, more content coming over the next couple weeks. I know it's been a little quieter in terms of content, but I'm going to try and get some more tournament streams going. As well as I do have some video ideas. The chief of which is a new series called revised and revisited, or how to eat crow in about 30 different ways. Just kind of, there's been a lot of perspective shift that I've had in the past several months with regards to bowling ball motion management, and lane play. And I think it'll be really fun and really informative to kind of explain some of that journey through some of these videos, you know, show like, you know, there were balls that I didn't really like before and explain why, but then also show that like when I use them in the correct window now and kind of understand better how to maximize those shapes, is they're actually really, really good. Chief among those is spec, which I think my history with that is long and well documented on both sides now. So yeah, it should be a fun next month and a half or so of content. And yeah, as always, if y'all have any questions, let me know down below in the comments. And until next time, good luck and good bowling. Peace.